Welcome to the fifth episode of Pathways to Peace, the official podcast of Religions for Peace Asia, ACRP. As we build momentum toward our 10th Governors Assembly in Singapore this November, we continue to connect with regional leaders to highlight the diverse religious voices driving harmony across Asia and Pacific. Today, we travel to Bangladesh to speak with esteemed academic and interfaith leader. Serving as the Secretary General of Religions for Peace Bangladesh, he plays a crucial role in bringing educational leadership, institutional dialogue, and community peace building together. Please welcome Professor Dr. Masum Ahmed.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to podcasting my words and thoughts. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Ahmed. It is absolute honor to have you with us today. So I have a first question. How did your journey with Religions for Peace begin, and what inspired your passion for interfaith leadership?
Thank you. Thank you once again. My journey with Religions for Peace began from my interest in philosophy, ethics, and social justice. As a university teacher, I have always believed that peace is not only the absence of conflict. Peace is also means justice, respect, and equal dignity for every human being. Before joining the leadership of Religions for Peace Bangladesh, I had the opportunity to become an Interfaith Fellow with the Network for Religious and Traditional Peacemakers. That experience allowed me to meet inspiring faith leaders, peace builders from different countries. It helped me understand that dialogue is not just about talking. It is about listening, building trust, and working together for the common good. Bangladesh, as you know, is a country where people of different religions have lived together for centuries. We are proud of this tradition. At the same time, like many countries, we also face challenges such as social division, intolerance, misinformation, and the effects of climate change. These challenges convinced me that religious leaders have an important responsibility to bring people together rather than allow differences to divide us. That is why serving as Secretary General of Religions for Peace Bangladesh is more than an organizational role for me. It is a chance to turn the values of compassion, justice, and dialogue into practical action through humanitarian service, youth engagement, and cooperation among people of different faiths. So, for me, interfaith leadership is not simply about representing different religions, it is about serving humanity together.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that background. So, as Secretary General of RfP Bangladesh, what are the main initiatives and community projects your committee is focusing on these recent years?
Thank you for this important question. Our vision is very simple. We want to bring people of different faiths together to serve humanity and build a more peaceful and inclusive society. In recent years, we work has and particularly focused on four main areas. First, we promote interfaith dialogue and social harmony. We organize meetings, seminars, and community discussions where religious leaders, academics, women, and young people can listen to one another and work together. In today's world, dialogue is more important than ever because misunderstanding and misinformation can easily create division. Second, we are strengthening our humanitarian work. Bangladesh has faced many challenges, as I said earlier, including floods, the Rohingya refugee crisis, and social and economic hardship. We have provided relief to flood affected families, supported displaced children, and worked with local communities to build resilience. For
Mm.
us, peace is not only about dialogue, peace also means standing beside people in times of need. Third, we are investing in young people and women. We believe they are not only the future of peace building, they are already leading positive change today. Through leadership programs, education, and interfaith activities, we encourage them to become bridge builders in their own communities. And finally, we are responding to a new global challenges, climate change, rapid technological development, and growing social polarization affect all of our societies. As a student of philosophy, I am especially interested in how ethics can guide the responsible use of technology, including artificial intelligence, while protecting human dignity and promoting justice. Although Bangladesh faces many challenges, I remain hopeful. Every time I see people from different religions planting trees together, helping flood victims together, or sitting around the same table to solve problems together, I am reminded that peace is possible and when we choose cooperation over division. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Ahmed. I can see how widely you are working on the peace for in Bangladesh in various ways, really actively. I'm so happy to hear your works as a Secretary General and RfP Bangladesh. Thank you so much. And looking at the broader picture, from Bangladesh's perspective, what are the challenges to peace and human rights in South Asia today?
Oh, thank you. It's a very important question. South Asia is one of the most diverse regions in the world.
Mhm.
And we are home to many religions, cultures, languages, and ethnic communities. This diversity is one of our greatest strengths as well. At the same time, it also brings a shared responsibility to protect peace, human rights, and mutual respect. From Bangladesh's perspective, one of the biggest challenges today is growing social polarization.
Uh,
Many countries, including our own, people are increasingly divided by political differences, religious misunderstandings, misinformation, and hate speech. These challenges can weaken trust and social harmony if we don't address them with wisdom and dialogue. At the same time, Bangladesh has a strong tradition of peaceful coexistence. Our constitution upholds the principles of democracy, equality, secularism, and freedom of religion. These constitutional values remind us that every citizen, regardless of religion or belief, diverse equality, dignity, equal rights, equal opportunity. They also remind us that our diversity is not a weakness, it is one of the greatest strengths. Another major challenge is climate change. Bangladesh is one of the countries most vulnerable to floods, cyclones, and rising sea levels. Climate change affects not only the environment, but also people's livelihoods, education, health, and human dignity. We also continue to carry the humanitarian responsibility of hosting the Rohingya refugees. You know, these challenges show us that peace, justice, and human rights are closely connected. They require regional cooperation and shared
yes.
responsibility. As a student of philosophy, I have always been inspired by Mahatma Gandhi's message
Mhm.
that peace begins with respect for every human being. We believe that different religions should not divide us, but help us discover our shared humanity. I believe that this message is just as relevant today as it was in his time. Uh, Whenever I visit a
Mhm.
flood affected village or a Rohingya camp, or sit with religious leaders from different communities, I am reminded that peace is not an abstract idea. It is about people. It is about giving people to uh, giving hope to a child, dignity to a family, and trust to a community. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That is really deep thought of you. Thank you. That is amazing. Peace begins with respect. I truly believe that if you have that mind, you can communicate anyone in front of you. Whenever you are in a conflict or affected area, if you have a respect, that is the beginning of peace.
Exactly, exactly. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, I have another question with you.
Yeah.
So the 10th Governance Assembly in Singapore is a massive milestone as we celebrate 50 years of ACRP, Religions for Peace Asia. With the assembly coming up this November, what makes this 50th anniversary gathering particularly important for the region, for our region?
Oh, thank you. I believe this assembly is a very special moment for all of us in the Religions for Peace family. This year, we are celebrating 50 years, as you said, of the Asian Conference of Religions for Peace. It is especially meaningful because the very first assembly was held in Singapore in 1976.
Yes.
So returning to Singapore after 50 years is not only a celebration of our history, but also an opportunity to renew our commitment to the future. For Bangladesh, this anniversary has a special meaning. RfP Bangladesh has been part of this journey from the beginning. We are proud to have contributed to the promoting interfaith dialogue, humanitarian action, and friendship among religious communities in our country and across the region. Today, Asia Pacific faces many shared challenges. As I said earlier, climate change, violent conflicts, forced displacement, misinformation, and growing social polarization affect all of us in different ways. No country and no religious community can solve these challenges alone. We need to listen to one another, learn from the another, and work together. One message of this assembly is especially meaningful to me. Today, whose peaceful coexistence is no longer enough, we must move beyond coexistence to active cooperation. People of different faiths should not only live side by side, they should stand together to serve humanity, protect human dignity, and care for our common future. This is the spirit of Religions for Peace. I also look forward to meeting friends and colleagues from across Asia Pacific. Every assembly gives us a chance to share experiences, learn new ideas, and build stronger partnerships. I believe these personal relationships are one of the greatest strengths of our movement. And my hope is that when we leave Singapore, we'll return to our countries with renewed energy, a strong friendship, and practical ideas that make a real difference in the lives of our people. Celebrating 50 years is important, but preparing the next 50 years is even more important.
Thank you very much. As you said, Religions for Peace Bangladesh has committed from the beginning to our network. And I recognize the president of RfP Bangladesh will be joining as an official delegate. And
Yes,
I think he has
Professor.
attended the first assembly, didn't he?
Exactly. Yes.
Yes, I'm really looking forward how he reacts when he comes to Singapore, and would like to hear what he think and what he have learned in the past and share it to the next generation. Thank you so much. All right, so related to the 10th Governance Assembly, the theme for the Assembly centers on bold and innovative action. So, what outcomes do you hope to bring to Singapore from Bangladesh?
Oh, thank you so much for this question. Uh, the theme bold and innovative action is both inspiring and timely. Today, our region is changing very quickly. We face new challenges, but we also have new opportunities. So I believe we need not only new ideas, but also the courage to put those ideas into action. Personally, I hope to bring three things to Singapore. First, I hope to share the experiences of RfP Bangladesh. We have learned that interfaith dialogue becomes much more meaningful when it leads to action. Whether we are supporting flood affected families, promoting peace education, or bringing religious leaders together, our goal is always to serve humanity. Dialogue should inspire cooperation, and cooperation should improve people's lives. Second, I hope to learn from our friends across the Asia Pacific. Every country has its own experiences and good practices, but listening to one another, we can discover new ways to address common challenges such as climate change, social polarization, humanitarian crisis, and the responsible use of technology. That is one of the greatest strengths of the Religions for Peace family. Third, I hope to build stronger partnerships, especially for young people and women. They are already making important contributions to peace building, and we should create more opportunities for them to lead, innovate, and shape the future of our region. As a student of philosophy, I also believe that innovation should always be guided by ethics. Whether we are talking about artificial intelligence, digital communication, or new technologies, they should strengthen human dignity, deepen trust, and serve the common good, not create only division or inequality. Yes, when I return home, I hope to bring back not only new ideas, but also renewed friendships and practical initiatives that we can implement in Bangladesh. For me, the true success of the assembly will not be measured by what we say in Singapore, but by what we do together after we return home. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Ahmed. You have really clear vision what you're going to do, even after the assembly. Thank you so much. So we have covered so much vital ground today. To wrap up, what is one thought, piece of wisdom, or prayer for peace you'd like to leave with our listeners across Asia and the Pacific?
Oh, thank you for this precious questions. If I may leave one simple message, it is this: peace is not something that begins in conference halls or international meetings. Peace begins in our hearts, in our families, in our neighborhoods, and in the way we treat one another every day. As a professor of philosophy, I often find wisdom in many traditions. Aristotle taught us that a good society is built by people who cultivate virtue and good character. Immanuel Kant reminded us that every human being possesses inherent dignity and should always be treated with respect. And Gottlieb Fichte emphasized that our freedom carries responsibility toward one another. Although they lived in different times, their ideas continue to guide us today. My work with Religions for Peace has taught me that these philosophical ideas become meaningful only when we put them into practice. Peace is not only something we think about, it is something we live. Every act of kindness, every respectful conversation, and every effort to understand someone who is different from us is a step toward peace. Our world is becoming more connected through technology, but sometimes we more divided into our hearts. This is why we need both wisdom and compassion. Technology can improve our lives, but only human values can guide us to use it for the common good. I am also inspired by Mahatma Gandhi, who shows us that lasting peace begins with ourselves. When we change the way we think, speak, and act towards others, we begin to change the world. My prayers is that people of every religion and also those who follow no religion will see one another first as members of the human family. May we replace fear with trust, hatred with understanding, and indifference with compassion. The Holy Quran says, we made you into nations and tribes so that you may know one another. Quran 49 to 13. Let us not only talk about peace, let us live it. Let us work together so that future generations inherit a world that is more just, more compassionate, and more peaceful than the one we have today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Ahmed. Thank you so much for your insightful leadership and for sharing your thoughts with us. We look forward to seeing you and the Bangladesh delegates in Singapore.
Thank you.
You've been listening to episode 5 of Pathways to Peace. Join us next time as we continue to profile the remarkable leaders shaping our region. For updates on our journey to Singapore, please visit our website and follow us on social media. Thank you for listening. I'm Hiroyo Murayama, and together we are building a path to peace.